Buying real estate is one of the biggest transactions you're ever going to make in your entire life. So having knowledge and information about what types of properties you can purchase is super important. Without knowing the difference, you could purchase a property and have additional costs that are going to cost you in the long run without realizing it. So stick around because this video is going to be going over the difference between freehold properties and condos. By the way, my name is Zamira Dunnet and I'm a local real estate agent right here in the GTA. And if you are thinking about starting your buying process or just have any questions about the real estate market, my contact information is right there in the description. Don't hesitate, please reach out. I am always here to help and guide you. And if you just want to book an appointment with me, my appointment calendar is right there in that description as well, so go ahead and reach out. All right, now let's jump in and go over the differences between condos and freehold properties. Condo is short form for condominium. So basically you own a unit inside a shared complex or shared building. When it comes to condo buildings, you own the actual unit and what's inside of the unit, and then you share the hallways and the amenities and all the other parts of the building. While when there's condo townhouses, you own again the unit or the building that you live in, the home that you live in, but you share the exterior of the homes because the condominium covers like the roof, the windows, all the exterior things that need to be completed. Sometimes they shovel your driveway even, sometimes that's not included, sometimes they cut your grass in the backyard, sometimes that's not included. Each condo townhouse has their different laws and regulations of what is covered in the condo fees and what is not. Now with freehold properties, you own the entire land, the entire building, all of it is included and you pay for all of it. So when you purchase a property, you get ownership of the land and the building, and there are no condo fees that are additional unless it's a parcel of tied land, POTL, which is a style of freehold property but has a small amount of maintenance fees on it. This is about $100 or $200 that is just for garbage removal and snow removal. You still own the entire home as well as all the land that is in front and behind of your property. Now let's go over the pros about living in a condo. You have amenities like a pool, a gym, sometimes you have 24-hour security downstairs, and then the maintenance fees cover the repairs and the maintenance of the building and the common areas. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff either. And if you're in a condo building, you don't have to cut any grass, you don't have to shovel any snow, that's all done for you. So you don't have to worry about anything during the winter. Now the cons of living in a condo building is that you have maintenance fees, and this is money that you're putting towards the building that you never get back. It doesn't go towards like the equity in your home. That is just a cost that you give away. The condos are also usually smaller in space. So you're getting like 600 to 800 square feet for like a 2-bedroom, or you're getting 400 to 600 for a 1-bedroom square feet. So they're a lot smaller units than you would in like a full house. And condo buildings have rules and regulations. So like there might be a pet size restriction. You can't make certain alterations inside your unit unless you ask the condo corporation. And let's say, for example, the money of the maintenance fees that you get put into the reserve fund. What a reserve fund is your maintenance fees. Let's say you're paying $500 a month. A portion of that goes into a reserve fund that gets saved if there is like a big renovation, like an elevator breaks that needs to be completed. They use the reserve fund to pay for that. Now, let's say in an older building that's like 20 to 30 years, the reserve fund is very low because they've had a lot of repairs that had to be completed, let's say. They do something called a special assessment. What a special assessment is they charge every single condo unit owner a small portion for a certain amount of months. So it might be $300 additional on top of your maintenance fees. So now, because something happened in the building, they've already used all the reserve fund, you are now coughing up an extra $300 a month to go to rebuild that reserve fund so that they could fix something else in the future. That's an additional cost that could come out of nowhere and you can't do anything about it. Let me also break down what condo fees are. Basically, it's a cost that you pay each month that helps upkeep the condo building. Or in a condo townhouse, it would be to upkeep the exterior areas of the complex. This is an ongoing cost. You pay this every single month and it goes away. You don't get that towards equity or anything like that. It's just a cost that you're paying. So if you're thinking about purchasing a condo, you want to think about that as how much that would be in addition to a pre-approval. So let's say you get a pre-approval for $700,000 and you see that your monthly payments for $700,000 is about $3,500 a month. Right? But now you're looking at a condo at $700,000 and you realize that you have to pay $500 in maintenance fees. That one brings down your pre-approval from $700 maybe to $650 because they need to include that in because your pre-approval comes from how much you can afford. And then knowing that it brings down your approval, maybe you're like, okay, well, if I can buy a freehold house at $700,000, maybe I can find a townhouse that can be at that price that is freehold, that doesn't have maintenance fees. Weigh out the difference between the two. Also, with these maintenance fees, sometimes your utilities are included in these maintenance fees. So you may not have to pay for heating, gas, electricity, and water. That might be included inside the maintenance fees. Some buildings, it's not at all. And then you have an additional cost of utilities on top of those maintenance fees. So you want to check all of this before you purchase a property that's a condo. All right, now let's talk about freehold properties. Like I said before, a freehold property is something that you own the entire building and the land of that property. This could be a townhouse, this could be a detached house, a semi-detached house. It could also be a freehold townhouse that has a parcel of tied land, POTL, added to it, which I explained just a second ago. Now, the benefits of a freehold property is that you own the land and the building, and you don't have any rules or regulations that tell you what you can do to the interior of your property. If you want to demolish the entire inside of the house and rebuild the inside of the house, you can do so. If you want to paint your door pink and make your roof blue, go for it. You're totally allowed to do those things. It is your property, you own it, you can do whatever you'd like to that property. Also, there are no condo fees. Now, the fees that are included in a freehold property is all of the utilities are paid by you. There's no condo fees or nothing like that. So all of that is done by you. All the repairs, anything that needs to be done, cut your grass, shovel your snow. Let's say your washer dryer you have to buy a new washer dryer. So there's additional expenses that could be included in the future towards a freehold property. But any money that you put into this property, even if you are just changing the washer dryer, makes your property better for resale value. The thing about freehold properties too is if you look at a condo, the increase in value in the past 3 to 5 years, well, with our market, yes, has gone up, but freehold properties have gone up a lot more than condos have. So condos may be a lower cost at the beginning, so it's appealing to first-time home buyers. But if you're able to buy a freehold property, you would gain equity quicker and higher in a freehold property than you would in a condo. Yes, you'll still gain equity, but it would be a lot more on a freehold property. Hopefully this video helps explain the difference between what a freehold property is and what a condo is. Now, when you're trying to decide which one to pick, honestly, it is what works best for you. You need to weigh out the difference between the two if you think paying a lower price with maintenance fees works better for you, or if you can pay a little bit higher and get a property that has no additional fees to it, that's amazing as well. But now that you know the difference between the two, you can figure out which one fits your lifestyle and your living better, what fees work better for you, and you can calculate the difference between the two. You really want to do that. You want to speak to a mortgage agent to know how much you can approve for, what it would be like with condo fees, what it would be like without condo fees. I do want to let you know that my husband is a mortgage agent. So if you want to speak to a mortgage agent about what you could be approved for or what it would be like with condo fees or without condo fees, you can go ahead and contact me at the bottom and I can get you in touch with my husband. And again, if you have any questions about the real estate market, what to get into, what homes to get into, all of my contact information is right there in the description. So please reach out. And I want to thank you so much for watching this entire video, and we will see you next week. Thanks so much.